What it do, family? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live. Man. Hope you guys had a wonderful Super Bowl watch party. I didn't participate. I didn't participate in watching it this year. Probably not going to ever watch it ever again. To be honest, to be quite frank, I'm at the space and time in my life where I'm just disconnected from all sports activities. Sports is just not the same no more. Just like music is not the same no more. It's a lot of things that's just not the same. And for me, being at my age, being alive to witness greatness from my childhood till now, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. But I came on to have a conversation with you guys because I come into the understanding that I figured out where all this softness is coming from. We as people, why we're so soft and why we can't move and why we can't speak. Because somebody asked a question. My man sent me a video of a man, exposing the Epsteins, and he asked the question, what are we going to do? And I had to reply, a video reply. You can go on my ROD podcast on IG and you can watch the video for yourself. My reply to his statement or his question was, we're going to do absolutely nothing. We see everything that's going on in the world right now. We're not going to do nothing. We see what's going on in the Middle East. We see what's going on in the Congo. You see what's going on in America. We see all of these things, and yet we're not going to do nothing. And the reason why we're not going to do nothing is the thing that I've been stressing for a very long time, is we have become dope heads, like literally, like dope heads, right? We have accepted being addicted to dopamine. So dope in your head makes you a dope head. So that's what we have become. We are dope fiends. We desire to feel good in any way, shape, or form. We do not want to engage into anything that's gonna take away that feel good feel, right? So if I know that me saying something or me stepping out the box or me questioning the very authority that exists, there's a high possibility that my comfortability, my feel good might be distorted. It might be tampered with. And nobody is willing to do that because these people have gotten us in this state where we don't want to do that. We are in this state where don't want to step up when we're supposed to step up. And like I tell you guys all the time, 2020 let me know that this place called the United Snakes, this place lets me know that we ain't as strong as we say we are. It let me know that we will compromise our very life, our own life in existence for a piece of paper that's not backed by nothing. That is just an IOU note, like literally, that's what it is. We will compromise our health, our family, our loved ones for an IOU note. From that moment on, this is when I knew that we, as so-called people, ain't as strong as we say we are. And that is because we are dope heads. All of us, including myself. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm Mr. Perfect. We all like to be entertained. Look what's going on. Look what's going on right now. Everybody took the time out to go watch the Super Bowl. Look what's going on in the world right now. Everybody took the time out to watch the Super Bowl. We're going to watch the All-Star game next weekend. And then we're gonna be prepared for the playoffs in the next following 2 months. And then we're gonna get ready for baseball. You see, everything that I'm mentioning are the stuff that fuels and feed the dopamine. And because of that, we are now in a state where We see the chaos. This is why these people are so comfortable releasing files, so comfortable telling you what goes on, because they know that we're not going to do nothing. They know that the only thing that we're going to do is say how we feel amongst our peers. They're going to be some of us that's going to be like myself, that's going to come on these content, these social media platforms, say what's going on, express how they feel. You guys are going to receive the information, shake your head, be in agreement, and then go right back into feeding your dopamine, right back to being a dope head, right back to not wanting to be engaged in nothing. And it's all intentional. And everybody asks me, yo, what do we do to fix this? Like I say all the time, how many of us is ready to go on withdrawal? How many of us is willing to put down the phones? How many of us is willing to turn off the TV? How many of us is willing to walk to work? How many of us is willing to just do natural things, the God-given things that we all have? How many of us is willing to do that? Not too many. Because again, we like comfortability. The dopamine puts you in a comfortable state where you don't want to engage into anything that might compromise that. So you guys are here we are now. And when you see when you see people lashing out, when you seeing people doing wrong, these are people that this is their inner selves that's fighting, trying to fight this dopamine. I try to fight this dopamine feel every single day. Every single day. And everything that is around us literally fuels the dopamine. And the government and the system knows that, and they've been capitalizing off that. They paid millions, if not billions of dollars for studies, getting scientists. This is where you get Operation Paperclip. You know what I'm saying? This is where you get individuals who supposedly was doing so much horrific things to a group of people, but yet they got pardonship and came to this place called America, or excuse me, the United States, right? Came here and continue the same scientific operations, studies, et cetera, et cetera. Now, this time it went from testing it on Europeans to testing it on niggers. Now, from the niggers, it moved on to the Asians. Remember, they had concentration camps for the Asians. Okay, now they're doing the same nonsense to the Hispanic people. It's nothing new under the sun. It's the same rhetoric. It's the same bullshit. Okay, and what they figured out is, as long as they got sugar in their tank, it's hard for them to think. Let me say that again. As long as they got sugar in their tank, it's hard for them to think. I want you guys to let that marinate. I want you guys to process that. I want you guys to understand that everything that you see, every movie that you watch, every book that you read is only designed to fuel your dopamine. Okay? Every book, everything that you read is to fuel your dopamine. All of that is intentional. Because I want you guys to process this. Think about this. Once upon a time, when there was rulers in place, kings and queens, how was they dethroned? How? They wasn't dethroned based on the story that they told you. No, they was dethroned by the people. And then the people elect or select an individual. And this individual becomes the king or the queen. And when those people get fed up or those people get jealous, they remove that. What these people have come to the understanding, well, before I get there, right? These are the things that was taking place. You know why? Because once upon a time, people was not indulging in a high amount of sugar. In fact, I don't even think sugar was even in existence until slavery, until the invasions, until the colonization. I don't think none of these things was ever even in effect. And this is me just being honest. Okay, I'm just being honest. All right. So now we're in a state now where they figure out, how do you minimize the rebel from people? You got to give them two things. You got to feed them, you got to give them a large amount of sugar. Sugar is the cousin of cocaine, right? Got to give them a large amount of sugar, right? And then on top of that, you got to give them an ideology, a philosophy, a religious story, even though nobody can prove nothing. Everybody that talks religion is always based on their belief. It's never based on facts. They couldn't tell you, like, you know what's factual? You know that your mother and your father birthed you. You know their names, you know where they from, you know the hospital, etc. When it pertaining to religion, everything is based on belief. Everything is based on passed down knowledge, something that was passed down from daddy, something that was passed down from mommy, grandma, etc., etc. So when you see all of that, you understand? Those two things is literally what was put in place to keep everybody in a docile state. And now that we are in a docile state, they got to continue giving you fear tactics. Every minute you're going to see something fearful. Like even here in New York City, they got us feared to be outside in 18, 15, 16 degree weather. I remember growing up having to go to school in the blizzard of 96. I was not even 12 years old. I was going to school by myself in the blizzard of 96. There was no school being closed because it was 5, 6, 7 inches of snow. Okay? I remember having to go to school and wait for the bus when it was literally below zero. I remember that. I'm watching people literally be in a state of, oh my God, it is so cold. You know why? Because we are in the state of being overfed with the dopamine. We have become so comfortable with how shit is looking and how shit is turned out. We forget, well, this is really not that cold. I've been in colder situations. I'm seeing people coming from the coldest places like Alaska, walking around with shorts on. I'm like, yo, bro, you not cold? I'm like, please, this is just a breeze for us. We're so used to being in, negative degree weather. And it is not for days. It's not for weeks. These people be in these conditions for months out of the years. Here we are complaining because it's 18 degrees. These people have gotten us way too soft. And I tell you guys this all the time. You see all that tough talk that we do over the internet? You see all that tough talk that we do amongst each other? I promise you, if there was to be a you-know-what invasion by other people, we would lose. We would lose. If it was to be an invasion by other people, we would lose. You know why? Because these people have broken our will. We have become soft. And then our pride is what's keeping us weak, because our pride will stop us from reaching out for help. Our pride will stop us from saying, damn, bro, you right. Damn, bro, we should have did this. Damn, bro, yeah, let's do that. Our pride. These shits are literally behaviors that was taught to you by these enemies, by the left and right rings, the left and right rings. That's what they are, not wings, they rings. Okay, because they ring your ear. They ring in your ear. They are the ones that got us in these conditions. And now we're not going to do absolutely nothing. I promise you, nothing. Nothing. We literally signed our death certificate. Every single one of us is just on borrowed time. Every single one of us. We don't have any skills. We don't have no survival skills. We don't even know how we will function if the grid went out. We don't know how we would function if the internet shut down. We do not know how to function. You know what we would do? You know what we're going to do? And if I'm lying, I'm flying. We're going to run to the nearest. We're going to run to the nearest. What they call those areas. We're going to run to the nearest FEMAs. We're going to run to any establishment. We're going to run to them, begging them, asking them, please, can you help me? We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Because we have lost our way. We don't know who we are. We don't know what we standing for. We don't know what we fighting for. We just sit back and allow these people to navigate our very lives. While they sit down at lunch, and they say things like, yeah, we could have a conversation now, and let's see how we're gonna stop the war. Talk to us. How can we come into a solution? Meanwhile, there's people on the ground getting blown up, getting unalive, shot up, the whole shebang. While the niggas that's literally causing these nonsense is sitting back telling us to relax. They're sitting back amongst each other, relax, laughing, smiling, like this shit is a joke. And we as the bottom feeders, we engage in these shits and we like, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, you know, I'm in the army. Whatever they tell me to do, I just do. It is what it is. We engage in this nonsense. Meanwhile, when you come back, you're not getting no support, no love, no compensation, nothing. The only thing that you getting is a gold medal, maybe $50,000, $80,000. With the cost of living, you'll blow through that in what, 2 years? 3 years, 2-3 years, 5 years max, depending on how you save, depending on how you spend. Come on, man. Meanwhile, these niggas that's causing all of this chaos in the world, sitting on billions of dollars, riding on yachts, flying on private planes, eating the best food. They're not eating the shit we eating. They're living their best lives. But we arguing, we fighting, we bickering, we at odds, we this, we that, we complaining, we it's just so much nonsense going on. And then it's like, yo, bro, how did we get here? These people are laughing in our faces, laughing stock, can care less on how we feel, can care less on what's going on. All of this is just a laughing stock. At this point in time right now, they just laughing at us. Yeah, release the files. What they're gonna do? They're gonna say nasty, but yet they're not gonna do nothing. They're gonna go to work on Monday. They're gonna work double for overtime. We're gonna tax them on top of that. Listen, you even get taxed on your income tax. We're gonna take this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do et cetera, and they're just gonna sit back and relax. Don't worry about it. Just relax. That's it. What they're gonna do? They don't have the will, they don't have the power, they don't have the ambition. They don't have the drive. They don't have the morals. They don't stand on the so-called principles of the American forefathers. They don't stand on that. Everything is about money. Everybody, like somebody said to me, and this is a military guy that I know. He said, listen, anybody can be bought. If I throw a number at you that is beyond your imagination, you're going to be bought. Families is turning on families. Families is turning on families. All for a piece of paper, all for validation, for airtime. Also, they can be seen on TV. Also, they can sell their books. All of this. This is us right now in real time, 2026. All of us. All of us. And we, the consumers, because we are dope heads, dope fiends, we engage in the nonsense. We engage into the negativity. We look forward to it. All of us. There's not a single person on this chat that can honestly say, that's not me. I take care of my family. I'm going hunting. I'm going fishing. I know how to build a house from woods. I know how to start a fire from sticks. I know how to survive. None of us. Everybody's like, yeah, man. Yeah, he ain't lying. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's Super Bowl was fire yesterday, bro. Did you see the game, bro? Why is everybody that's going to go today? That's going to be the topic of discussion. The entire day, people is going to discuss the flags that was the plays, the penalties that wasn't called, the kick, the block, the touchdown, the interception. You're going to hear all of that today. Nobody's going to talk about those children. Nobody's going to talk about those children that's gone missing yesterday. Nobody's going to talk about what's going on. Nobody's going to talk about the cancers that's taking place right now. Nobody ain't going to do none of that because we are dope fiends, crackheads. I got you, sis. I'm going to pull up there. You understand? You understand? Nobody's gonna do absolutely nothing. And that's crazy that we are living in these times. Somebody says, yo, how did we allow the government to be this way? I said, you allowed the government to be this way. I said, you guys got the power to take somebody out of office. If a president, a Congress, whoever is not doing their jobs, you as the so-called, I can't even call you an American. You as the so-called U.S. citizen have the right. All it takes is, the half of the United States to say, no, we don't like this president. He has to be removed, and he's supposed to be removed. The impeach does not come from the government. The impeach comes from you. No, we don't like this man. We need a replacement. This is why they gave you a vice president. So if the first president is not doing well, you go to the vice president. If the vice president is not doing well, you go to the person that's underneath him. Okay? All of these things are known. It's we that don't know, because we don't know the rights. We don't know our rules. We don't know anything, because we have become dope heads, And when you are a dope head, you just want to get high. When you are a dope head, you just want to get high. That's all you want. And now to this brother that said, I need medication. Why do I need medication? Because I'm stating the obvious. Because I'm talking about the stuff that we all can agree. Like, yeah, bro, he ain't lying. We really not doing nothing. We really not. You see, I'm saying the word we, that's including myself. We really not doing absolutely nothing. We haven't done anything in such a long time. We haven't fought for anything in such a long time. But the man said, I need medication. He said, I need help. He said, I need medication. He said, I need help, because I'm stating the obvious. And this is the problem. This is how we deflect. We deflect by attacking somebody's character. We deflect by, saying things like, oh, you sick. Oh, you this. This is how we deflect. Other than be like, damn, bro, you know what? Yeah, you right, man. We out here. We tripping. We should be getting our priorities together. We should be doing, et cetera, et cetera. Nah, those conversations don't have. We don't have these conversations. Hold on. We don't have those conversations. Only thing that we have is to deflect, insult each other. We've been programmed to believe that's the only power we have. Fight amongst each other. Look at each other as evil, wicked people. Look at these black people like they're just these thugs. We're not against these rappers, but we are against these thugs. Okay? Look at these niggers. Right? That's how this is what we do. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. And meanwhile, shit will come out 5 years later, 3 years later, 2 months later, and these same people will still try to find a reason into why. They'll go from a conspiracy theorist to use a plant agent. You're working for them. That's how you was able to know. And then it's like, no, it's not able to know, bro. Some things is just common sense. Some things is literally right in front of you. You will see it and you will believe it, right? You will see it and believe it and understand it if you just put your phone down. If you was just to put your phone down, you would see it if you would just put down the phone. Turn off the TV. Turn off the things that's feeding your dopamine. Turn off the things that's taking logic away from you. Damn, she remind me of this girl named Tamara, boy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This girl Tamara, that was like my junior high school sweetheart. Like, damn, I was like, yo, and I never try to holler at her because, you know what I'm saying, I was cool with her brother. But sheesh, damn. Yeah, she's beautiful. Word. You understand? You understand? We have been programmed to operate in this mental behavior that we are in. We've been programmed. You've been taught self-hate. You've been taught racism. You've been taught self-entitlement. You have been taught these things. Yeah, my apologies. Every time I be on this joint talking this thing, every time I come on these platforms and I start talking the things that's really important, the shit that really matters, my joint gets supposedly overheated. But like I said, man, every behaviors, all our patterns, how we see things, how we perceive things, are taught behaviors. You ever ask yourself, how come we're so programmed and being at odds with each other, but we not programmed to look at the very people that sit at a particular spot on the totem pole? We don't look at them as the problem. We don't see them as the problem. We see these people as the solution. We run to them like children begging for correction. We run to them like, please, can you fix this? Why are you doing this to us? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? You don't find that, suspicious. You don't find it kind of strange that we can always be at odds with each other, but the very people that is letting off missiles, the very people that is writing bills to cut off food stamps, the very people that is doing the bullshit, we don't question, we don't do absolutely nothing. But the very people that has the minimum amount of power, the less amount of say in anything, these are the ones that we attack. Those are the ones that we go back and forth with. Those are the ones that we point fingers at. Those are the ones that we say, oh yeah, you crazy. Oh yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, you need medication. Oh yeah, you need help. Oh yeah, you're nuts. Oh, we're everything. We're everything. But the people that are in these positions are showing how much of a nut job that they are, showing you how much of a lunatic they are. But none of us got the heart nor the power to say, nah, it's them, bro. It's them. But everybody says it's me. I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that don't know what I'm talking about. I'm the one that just got to just say, hey, man, just relax. How long are we going to relax? We're literally producing children that's going to be the continuation of this lackluster lifestyle that these people have given us. People don't even understand. Water is free. You should not be paying for water. Fruits is free. You should not be paying for fruits. The only thing that you should be paying for is hard labor. If somebody is doing something to take care of you. Once upon a time, this place called America used to have female trees all over the place. When the female trees was removed and they put male trees all over the place, this is when you know that this is a male dominant. This is a dictatorship. This is a country that's giving rules for you so-called people to follow and live your life by. And we've all been following these rules and we all getting the short end of the stick. Yeah, you're going to have those that's going to be a little bit more successful than others. They're going to have those, the more money that you make, the more problems. To continue having a large amount of money, you have to sacrifice a lot more of your time. It's very rare that you'll find those that's making money doing pure nonsense. It's very rare that you're going to find those that's making money doing the things that they love to do. It's very rare you're going to find somebody that literally is doing the job they was really set out to do. Very rare. But every single one of us is doing jobs that we don't like, giving hours that we wish we can get back, taken away from families. How many wives and husbands are divorced because of finances? How many wives and husbands are divorced because of finances? How many wives and husbands are divorced because of lack of time? How many children are being raised without mommy around because mommy got to do a double? Daddy's not around. Daddy got to do a double because both of them got to work just to maintain and keep the lights and the lights and the rent due. The rent payments to keep a roof over their heads. How many of us? It's a continuous thing. Every single one of us. Look at people nowadays. When I was working in the city, I kid you not, I used to come here early, right? I kid you not, by 8:50, when the train came on Park Avenue, when the trains came on Park Avenue and everybody got out that train, you seen everybody on the same frequency. Everybody's walking in the same pace. Everybody got a briefcase in the same hand. Everybody, when you got to see it from the top floor. When you see it on ground level, it looks normal. You have to see it from the top floor. When you on the top floor and you look down, you're like, yo, bro, what the heck is going on here? Everybody on the same frequency. Everybody dressed the same. Everybody's talking the same. We don't have a mind of our own no more. We don't have creativity. We don't have imagination. We are literally being told, this is what you think. This follow this. It's effective. Why would you want to disrupt something that's effective? Just do it. Just relax. And we say yes. And we jump. And we follow. And we proceed. Absolutely. Absolutely. I tell my ladies all the time. First of all, what they call the feminist movement. First of all, the feminist movement was a CIA ops created. It was first used as, like I tell you all the time, anytime they're trying to push in an agenda, they push it on the Europeans first and then proceed everywhere else, right? So the feminist movement was literally European women getting tired of not being able to make money like their man or their husband. They didn't like the fact that they was in the house and having to sit back and wait for them. They didn't like that. Right? Even though it was nothing wrong with that. They didn't like that. They wanted to be free. They wanted to be able to go out. They wanted to be able to do woman shit. They wanted to be able to do all that. So that's when the movement came. It went from that to making it a big advertise for melanated women. Now you get melanated women who jumped on that bandwagon. Meanwhile, what y'all women didn't realize is if you're working and your man is working, who is raising the child? Women don't understand the first job, the first line, the first career of a woman is, yes, being a wife to her husband. But the first full-time job of a woman after she gives birth is being a teacher to that child. But if you're not around to do that, and you gotta work, especially here in America, the United States, here in the United States, you have to work, right? So if you're not around to raise your child, who's raising your child? That's who, you know who. It's a particular group of people with curriculums that come from individuals that never step foot in your community. Could care less of what goes on in America. This is the curriculum. This is what they must learn. This is what they must follow. They take that ideology and they pass it down. Here in the US, you get literally 3 months of what they call it, paternity leave. 3 months of paternity leave. After that third month, you got to come back. So then now your baby has to be held by somebody else. Here in New York City, you can put a child, I believe, from 3 months, 6 months. A 3 to 6 month year old child can be in the care of somebody else other than you. Absolutely. You'll own nothing and be happy. Like people really just don't understand where we are at. These people has literally broken us in half, bro. We are broken. I mean, completely broken. And you can see it in the people's faces. Some of you guys is dreadful. Some of you guys hate your job. Some of you guys hate your career path. Some of you guys, listen, look, if you here in New York, and you should see the police departments now. People don't even want to do their job. People literally just doing the job because it's money. Everything now is being done for money. Nobody is doing this because that's what they want to do. They're not doing it to put a smile on people's faces. They're not doing it to protect the people. No, everybody's doing it for a paycheck. I can show you right now. One of these days, I'm going to drive through the hood and I'm going to show you police officers that's sitting there chilling on their phones all day. I'm going to show you this real time. Wait until it gets a little warmer. I'm going to show you this in real time. I'm like, yo, look at this. This person been on their phone. I've been standing here. I've been in this area for 30 minutes, and this person been on their phone for 30 minutes. This is police officers. This is where we at. Nobody, no, there's no compassion. There's no love. There's no nothing going on. Nothing is going on, guys. I repeat, nothing is going on. Everything is gimme, 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 gimme. Everything is, yo, bro, I'm only doing this because they paying. Yo, bro, I became a cop because I had no other option. You understand? This is just where we at, all of us. And like I said, they got us. They turned us into dope fiends, and we know, and we don't want to admit that we are dope fiends. We don't want to admit it. We don't want to admit that we are dope fiends. When you are an addict, right? You will never see nothing wrong with nothing when you are an addict, because the only thing that's on your mind is to preserve that addiction. You are an addict. We are all addicts in the game. We don't have absolutely nothing but an addiction that we love, that we don't want to admit that we are addicted to. We love the fact that we are addicts. All of us, you, me, the entire US. And they're capitalizing off that. We are addicts. We are dope fiends, like literally dopamine fiends. We are addicts. Why you think they do the things that they doing? I remember when iPhones used to drop a phone. They used to drop a phone once every 2 to 3 years. Now they dropping a phone for you guys every year. You know why? Because they know that we so addicted to it. They know that we're gonna spend money, and all they doing is give you the same phone, different color, price with a higher price range. The same phone, different color, but a higher price range. They know that. Everything. And when I see people complaining, I say, yo, son, why they keep doing this? Yo, this shit needs to stop. All you have to do is just stop. Look, I still got my iPhone 13. I don't even think I'm gonna buy another phone. I don't even think I'm gonna buy another phone, because I refuse to be misled, and that's what they do. They'll give you an entertainer. They'll give you a phenomenal commercial. They probably had a commercial. They probably had a commercial during the Super Bowl. There's people that look forward to seeing the Super Bowl commercials. Like literally. Absolutely. All by design. Yeah. Get this new phone. Oh, we can't fix it. We can't service it, but you just got to buy another one. We'll take the trade in no matter the condition of your phone, but you got to put a down payment though. You got to put a down payment though. Oh man, they taking full advantage of our addiction. They know that we dope fiends. Why you think they created Facebook? Why you think they created Snapchat? Why you think they created Instagram? You thought they created it because they wanted us to really be connected with everybody? No, they wanted to see what you are, what you like. They wanted to see what you are engaged in. They want to see what grabs your interest, and they're gonna flood it. They're gonna continue flooding it until you do what? Until you crash out. Yes, you can crash out. Let me show you. Let me give you an example of a crash out. Right. So let's just say you on social media one day and you see a beautiful woman or a beautiful man. He's fit, he's working out, she's sexy, she got a nice body, and you hit the like button. You hit the like button. That triggers the algorithm. Say, oh, that's what he likes. Let's continue flooding him. Let's continue flooding her. And you're going to get so much of that to that one day you get into an altercation with the person that you're dealing with. And that one day you're going to be interested in hearing the conversations or the compliments that you get all the time. Damn, baby girl, you're beautiful. I would love to take you out. I would love to get to know you. I would love, That's it. That's how they get you. Then you crash out. Then a family is destroyed. And then the wife or the husband crashes out, becomes with somebody to come to find out that the person that they left, everything that they built was really not it. That man that you left your husband for was 10 times worse than your husband. Now you're left all alone. You're left all alone to figure life out. That's exactly what they want. Facts. There's no, let me tell you something. There's no boundaries in the United States. Your president showed you that when he invaded another country. There's no boundaries. Nobody lives a life based on boundaries. Nobody. You just gotta hope in the back of your mind that your woman or your man is loyal and a ride or die, like he says, or like he says, or what she says. It's no boundaries. It's no boundaries. Once you was given these internets and you was given these social media platform, like it's literally called a social media platform, it's designed for you to to socialize with everybody and anyone. If your woman came to you today and said, yeah, so my homeboy sent me something on my DMs, the average person would be like, who this homeboy? Because that's crossing the boundaries. Ain't no man supposed to be talking to you. Not personal. It's just this is the boundaries. This is the boundaries that's universal law. Like even for me in real time, like I know my man's. If my man does not introduce me to his woman, even if I see his woman in passing, I don't say nothing because there's rules and regulations. There's just rules and regulations. You see, I stick to the G code. I'm not engaged into today's society. I stick to the G code. I don't hug other people's women. My man be like, yo, this is my shorty. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I go like this. How you doing? Showing respect, but also having respect for my mans, because that's my mans. That's his shorty. He's the only one that's supposed to be touching her. That's not my job. That's not my place. Unless we went to school together, like if we all went to school and I was out and that's my friend and that's your friend, and they somehow got into a relationship, that's different. But if I'm meeting my mans and meeting a girl for the very first time, I don't hug, I don't say nothing. Hey, hi, peace, how you doing? How he's treating you, that's it. People don't know. People's not gonna know how deep the control is because, like I said, we are addicts. When you are addictive, when you dealing with an addiction, nothing matters. Nothing around you matters other than fulfilling that addiction. Period. Nothing matters other than fulfilling that addiction. This is facts. That's why people don't know what's going on. That's why people don't care what's going on. That's why people say, oh man, he's just rambling, bro. He's just saying things, you know, yeah. You know why? When you're dealing with people that are addicted to something, you gotta continuously say it until it stuck into their membrane because you gotta combat the addiction, right? How do you combat the addiction? I can't just grab you. I can't put hands and feet on you. I can't do nothing. I can't force you into something, but I can continue reminding you. I can continue telling you. I can continue showing you. I can continue giving you examples. It's either two things that's going to happen. It's either it's going to break you out of that dopamine, force you to go to withdrawal, or it's going to say, nah, I don't want to listen to this no more. Those are the two options. Those are the choices. This is the good and the evil. Right? This is the hot or cold. Can be in the middle. This is it. This is where that ideology comes from. Okay? Because like I said, we're dealing with a worldwide addiction. All of us are dope fiends. And people is always going to rebel the facts. People are going to rebel the truth. People's gonna say, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. I want that feel good story, man. I want that, you know what I'm saying? I want that Bobby Fischer. You heard? I don't want anything that's gonna take me away from what I'm doing. I like what I'm doing. I had a brother say, yo, I own my BMW. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we use these things as jokingly manners. Like, oh, like, yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you, but my nigga, listen, man. I'm like they're gonna say, yo, this is the favorite saying. Yo, I hear you, my nigga, but yo, man, I gotta make some money. Oh, yo, bro, why don't you go make some money? I'm working right now. Why you make some money? This YouTube, this is a business. But this YouTube is not just me. I have a whole business under this YouTube, like literally. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta put in my tax return. I gotta put in my tax returns for this business. You know, I really do. But at the same time, the objective is to wake up the masses, and we gotta continuously do it. Continuously, come on. Trust me. The people that's like, oh, you every day. Trust me, I get tired of doing this. I get tired of saying this. I do. I wish everybody would be like, yo, son, yo, man, F all that. We're not doing none of that. Yo, man, instead of buying the you know what to pew each other, let's buy, stack up, protect our family, be prepared for what's to come. Let's go training. Let's go work out. Let's do cardio. Let's do some squats. Let's build some muscles in our legs. You should see today's society. Like I said, we're weak. We're soft. We're everything you could never thought America would be. We are that and then some. We're weak. We're soft. And the only time we rebellious is amongst each other. The only time we got the heart to say something is amongst each other. We scared of the government. We scared of the judge. We scared of the lawyers. We scared of the police. We scared of everything. Anybody that carries a phenomenal title, we are afraid of. Oh my gosh, nah, son, I can't. You know, I don't want to deal. We are afraid, and that's intentional. Absolutely. We can help. We should help. But guess what? We don't want to. It's too much to do that. Oh, look, parking right here. It's too much to do that, guys. It's 2 months for us to do that. Me help you, me help each other. Nah, why? We'll make an excuse and say, well, you did this to yourself. You chose that career. You went to school for that. A predicted programming, an ideology that they gave you. You said do what MLK did. MLK didn't do nothing but join the Boule. He's a Freemason. Farrakhan, Freemason. There's not a single black leader. Anybody that they put in front of us is part of the script. I repeat, anybody they put in front of us is part of the script. And if you can't be bought, you get taken out. Martin Luther King did what he was supposed to do, what they paid him to do. And when he got the short end of the stick and realized it was the short end of the stick, like, yo, son, why son is giving me took him out. It's intentional. When Malcolm X was exposing the pedophilia, the Epstein's nonsense that was going on in the Nation of Islam, they took him out. It's a big circus show. When Sam Cooke knew what was going on and didn't want to sell her soul and do the sinful things, and they told him not to help the people and stand for the people, they took him out. Same thing. When Eazy-E was going to expose the record labels and show the dark side of what goes on in the entertainment, talk about Dr. Dre and what these niggas was doing, how they had to engage into these parties and all that, they took him out. When Kim Porter was gonna come out with a book and expose, not just this nigga, but all the other people that's engaged in that nonsense, they took her out. They took them out. Some get taken out because of their political stance and power, and others get taken out because they're just a casualty of war. One facts. One EMT, and we right back to square one. And to be honest, we might just need that. To be honest, we might just need that. But we've been so programmed to be so ignorant, it's crazy. I remember the blackout in New York City was a major blackout. Yo, bro, everybody went looting, robbing, stealing. I'm like, yo, bro, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Yeah, man, yo, son, I got like 15 sneakers out of Foot Locker. Where are these sneakers at now? Where are these people at now? Nowhere to be seen. Like these people literally got us in a state of ignorance. Some of you guys should read the book by Alice Bailey called The 10-Point Plan. Read Alice Bailey, The 10-Point Plan. I beg you guys to read it. Maybe I should do a podcast about that. And I know I did it. I know I did an audio podcast back in the days, but I might have to do a visual one. Alice Bailey, 10-Point Plan. More. Every behavior that you guys are witnessing right now is in that 10-point plan. All of it. But like I said, these niggas figure out how to keep us weak. They figured it out. Too much sugar. I can tell you guys all the time, anything that you guys are consuming has sugar in it. Everything. Everything got sugar in it. Everything got sugar in it. Your bread that they make got sugar in it. The coffee that you drink got sugar in it. The seasoning that you put in your food got sugar in it. Everything got sugar. Go ahead. You guys go ahead and go believe these labels that they tell you, oh, it's FDA approved. Oh, it's zero sugars. But then when you read the fine print and you see the ingredients and you see the names, some things that you can't even pronounce, all those shit got sugar in it. But they're not going to tell you because you are, especially right now in modern day times, every single one of us is just lab rats. Like literally, you are a lab rat. They're going to run tests. That's why you see the commercial. Oh, are you suffering from this? Oh, take that. Oh, these are the side effects. But listen, they see all the side effects, but yet they still selling it. They see all the side effects, but yet they are still selling it. I can't make this shit up. Come on, man. These people see all the side effects, but yet they still selling it. All the side effects, but yet they're still selling it. That's by design. All of it, and yet they're still selling it. Nobody cares. We have become expendable, guys. Understand, the US people have become expendable. You're no longer needed, especially the melanated man and woman. You are no longer needed. The melanated women are sex objects. You guys may not see it, but you guys are white collar prostitutes. Yeah, white collar prostitutes. You have been taught to be prostitutes. Sell yourself. Walk around with your ass cheeks out. You have been, white collar prostitutes. If you dealt with multiple partners in your life, that's what prostitutes do. That's what they do. The melanated man, your job is to do nothing but fill the jail cells. That's why they don't want to give you jobs. That's why they don't want you to have careers. They want you to be on a breaking point where you crash out, and they'll be right there waiting for you. The slave catchers is waiting right there for you to throw you in jail. The Europeans, they run and test on you too. They put in all these garbage food, all this processed food. Hold on a minute. Okay. This is what they do. Put all the processed food, giving you all the potato chips, all the hot dogs, all the sodas, all these fast foods. How many Europeans you guys is, remember when Subways came out, they gave you Jared, right? From seeing Jared, you can relate to him. He's a white European. He showed you that he lost weight. All you guys ran in there, started eating this Subway like crazy until recently they came out and told you, oh yeah, there was plastic inside the bread. The meat that we was eating is contaminated with cancer substance, with cancer molecules all inside of it. Oh, wow, these niggas really did that. Absolutely. What makes you think that they wouldn't? What makes you think for 1 second that these people would not do that to you? Make it make sense. Sexualize the women, incarcerate the men, run tests on the European man. And anybody that's waking up and able to see what's going on and speak on it, have the rebuttals, the statements, the questions, everything to discredit and say, man, you don't know what you're talking about, man. He lying, bro. He's crazy. Like I just said something about Eazy-E and all of these people being taken out. I mean, he's crazy. Of course you're not gonna understand. Of course. There's a video you can find on TikTok where the nigga that set Martin Luther King up said, I moved to the left. I seen the sign, I moved to the left, and the person was unalive. Come on, man, stop. I mean, like at some point, listen. Malcolm X went out there, you know what I'm saying, knew about the pedophilia shit that was going on, then went to Mecca, seeing that it was European Mecca's believers and all that. He was like, yo, man, what am I doing? Unalive. Paul Robeson, same situation. Medgar Evers, same situation. The reason why they don't have to do that now, the reason why they allow people like myself to stand on these things and speak, because they know that nobody's gonna follow. They know that nobody's gonna listen. It's only gonna be a very few that's gonna understand and take it and be like, you know what? You know what? My son really do have a point. We gotta do something. Can we have a conversation? No, they know that. They know that we are in a state of self-entitlement. They know that we dope fiends. They know that. They know that. They know that. You know that. We as a people know that. Very aware of that. Very aware. And guess what? We don't care. You know why we don't care? Because as long as your dopamine is being fed, could care less. Niggas don't even mourn our family members no more. People lose a family member, it's just another day. You know, you've been programmed, this shit happens all the time. You mourn it and you proceed to go on with your life. They'll say things like, what you want me to do? Cry all day? Cry all night? Like, wow, for real? Roger that. You feel me? That's why. Ain't worrying about nobody. The only time they're gonna come see you, and I repeat, the only time they're gonna come see you if you got classified information that was not meant for the masses to see. The only time they're gonna come see you. Anytime, anything outside of that, they can let you talk as much as you want. Even though they're watching, even though they're listening, even though they're like, how the heck does this nigga know that? But they know that the mass majority of people is not gonna do nothing. They know that. They're not worrying about us. They're not worrying about us not one bit. They don't lose no sleep, none of that. Facts. Bro, what are you doing? They know that. And I know I sound like a broken record, but like I said, when you dealing with people that has an addiction, if you ever been to, if you ever been a counselor, a substance abuse counselor, what they tell you, you gotta be, repetition. It gotta be over and over and over again. You gotta continuously say the same thing, continuously, because you have to combat the addiction. You guys won't know that because you guys are not, professionals when it pertains to that. I've been doing this for years. You know what I'm saying? I've been a life coach for years. You know what I'm saying? I've been helping out my community since I was like 13, 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? I had my first child when I was like 16 years old, bro. You feel me? So I'm very aware of what's going on. Been aware, been in the know, been understanding. But you get caught up. You get caught up with making money. You get caught up with dealing with women. You get caught up in a lot of shit. Yeah. We think shit is gonna get better. Listen, man. I wish it was back in the days. Remember back in the days where, you know, a melanated brother would just come on, and then everybody would just be there to support. Like, yeah, man, yeah, you know what? I'm listening. Oh, you know, we all sitting at a community center when we in there by the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Which one day leads to the thousands, and everybody's on the same frequency. They're not. They're not. Sad. It breaks my heart, but this is where we at, guys. But I gotta continuously say it, man. Every day I gotta tell you this. Every day I gotta give you a reminder. Every day I gotta let you know what's going on, because the distractions is more severe. The distractions is more severe than what I'm telling you. Like I said earlier, you're gonna go to work today, right now. If you're working in the office, I promise you the conversation will be about the Super Bowl. True word. You get in contact with one of your man's gonna be like, yo, son, did you watch the Super Bowl yesterday? I promise you. I promise you. It's the same script over and over and over again. And we don't have the strength, the numbers, the mental capacity to combat it, because we are dope fiends. And forgive me if you take offense to it, and I offend you by saying that, but I want you guys to hear the key word, we. So I'm not saying you, I'm not saying y'all, I'm saying we. We are dope fiends. Okay? Then look at this civil court. Everybody looking to sue somebody. Maybe I need to come here too. God damn, this line is long. This civil court shit gotta wait till the summertime. These people is out here freezing. Look at this civil court line. I wish I could show you guys this. I appreciate that, Joe. You know what I'm saying? But again, some people get offended when somebody like myself say the things that I say. You understand? And it's not to offend you. I want you to understand that we are in this state because of them. You don't have no imagination. You don't have no more creativity. These people literally are navigating everything about us. Everything. Everything. I'm going to give you an example. Remember back in the days? Oh, man. It's crazy that I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to see this. But remember back in the days? Remember when you used to watch basketball? Remember somebody like Jason Williams? Remember basketball players, everybody was just different. They all had their own skill set, their own strength. Remember everybody was working on certain things, knew how to lay up differently, et cetera, et cetera. Remember that? You ever notice that basketball is literally on the same, everybody's on the same script? Everybody just dribbles, the 2 dribbles, shoot a 3, dribble, shoot a 3, do a layup, and dunk the ball. You ever notice that nobody has a mid-range, nobody dunking the ball no more, nobody doing absolutely nothing? You ever notice that all football players is on the same frequency, run the same route? You know what I'm saying? This is why I started watching sports. And football, I mean, boxing is about to be next. Word up. Boxing is about to be next. Everybody want to be the next Mayweather. Nobody want to fight each other. So this is just to let you know that everything about us is on a set frequency. They program everything. And that is because they have taken away your creativity. There's no arts and crafts. There's no puzzles children is playing. There's nothing to make the brain works. Everything is just to make the body feel good, right? A mother would Yo, bro, they really just got us stuck in traffic right now. A mother, well, instead of disciplining her child when she's annoyed because the child did something, she throw him in front of an iPad. Put him in front of an iPad. When she needs her alone time, she put him in an iPad. Nobody's letting their child go outside, go play with the dirt, go outside, go play manhunt, go outside, go jump rope, go do a little hula hoop thing. No, none of that. None of these things ever exist. Those times are forever gone. I think if you probably get anything close to that, will be in the Amish towns. You got to be with the Amish people to receive some level of stuff like that we used to do on the norm is now being conducted only by the Amish people. We just want entertainment. We want McDonald's. We want ice cream. We want cake. Yo, this man really just parked this truck right here. Nah, we're never gonna talk our way out of this. We at some point we gotta sit down. The real niggas gotta sit down with the real niggas, right? Doesn't matter your skin tone, because let me tell you right now, the ones that's gonna teach the ones that's gonna teach humanity how to defend and survive are gonna be those that's military trained. And a lot of people that's in the military is Europeans. You understand? They are the ones that's gonna navigate us and show us how to disarm clean, how to hide under rocks, because it has to get there. It has to get there. It has to get there. Something so horrific has to take place, right? Like them bragging about that another whoop whoop about to happen on the earth. When it happens again, they're already planning for that. They're telling you they're gonna do it again. When that shit comes again and they try to lock shit down, they try to prevent niggas from moving, etc., etc., this is going to be the final opportunity for you guys. And I repeat, for you guys to take a stand and say, nah, we're not doing this. This will be the final opportunity. If you do not, and I repeat, if you do not put your foot down, it's over for what you guys call your rights. I'll tell you that right now. It is over for that. I'll tell you that right now. If you let this one that's coming, if you let this one that's on its way, the one that they told you is going to come, if you let this come and not do nothing, I don't care your nationality, I don't care where you from, I don't care what language you speak. If you do not and be prepared to catch a loss, but I mean loss, whether it's financially, emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. Some of us might not be here. Remember, your Savior lost his life for you. You got to do it for your family. You might have to do that for your family. When it comes, better stand down. You better be 10 toes down. When it comes, when the next one comes, that nigga told you, he said it, they said it out their mouth. When the next one comes, and it will come. That's what they said. That's what they said. Out their mouth. I can play the videos. I got them all on my Instagram. It will come. You better take that opportunity to take a stand. You better let that so-called American pride, you better stand on that. You better say F all that. We're not doing none of that. We're not staying in the house. We're going outside. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. You better stand on that. Because if you don't, and you allow them to manipulate your mind, it is over. And those that's in the know, I'm telling you guys this right now. We are going to leave. We ain't gonna have no mother effing choice. We are going to have to leave. Because this will no longer be a place suited for strong-minded, strong-willed, devoted, morals, dignity, principles. It will no longer be that for you. You will have to be somewhere else. I don't care where it is. You might have to, if you Hispanic, go back to Puerto Rico, go back to Mexico, go back to Venezuela, go back to Brazil, go back to anywhere. Go back to anywhere. And you know what's crazy? Some of these other countries that I just mentioned already sided with the enemy. So we really gonna have to find a disclosed location. Like literally. Sad to say that, but we are heading there. If we do not stand up, stand down with their philosophies and all that bullshit, this fake ass agenda that they're gonna try to, or that fear shit that they're gonna try to force down your throat. Pause. If you do not stand up for this one, it is over. I promise you, it will be over. You see how just like that, you see it in a snap of a finger, they say, oh yeah, we opening up all the stores. Everybody's in the store. Nobody's covering their face. Everybody's just living regular life. And in a snap of a finger, that same snap of a finger, you better be like, nah, I'm not doing that. In the same snap of a finger, you better be like, nah, I'm not doing that. Nah, you're not telling me I can't go to the store. Nah, you're not telling me I can't be outside. We're going to be outside. We're going to barbecue. We're going to have music playing. And I promise you, when they unleash this nonsense, when the next one comes, it's going to be during the winter. It will never be during the summer, because when it's hot, especially the melanated people, we function better. We process things better. When it's cold, everybody's too shivery. Niggas just want to get from A to B. Right? Europeans, for those that, unless y'all running, but the average person just want to get from A to B. It's cold. So so when the next one comes, it's going to come when it's cold. It's not going to come when it's hot. I promise you. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. It's not going to come when it's hot. It's not going to come when it's hot. Take my word for it. Let me tell you how it works. If you guys don't know the script, let me give you the script. I'm gonna show you exactly how it works. These people are going to let they're gonna let what's the holiday goes. They're gonna let Halloween go by, right? They're gonna let Thanksgiving go by. They're gonna let Black Friday go by. They're gonna let Christmas go by. They're gonna let the New Year go by. After those holidays are completed and they generated the money that they need from you, this is when, by February or March, is when you're gonna start seeing the fufu. Because you see, winter stays till March now. They like literally, we'll go into April and it's still snowing outside. Like, facts. I'm lying, I'm flying. After they do that, hey, then you're gonna see. But like I'm telling you guys from now, I'm telling you guys this from now. You better stand up, stand down, however you want to call it. You better not be in a compliance. You better not go running. You better not be afraid. You better be like, it's another one. Yes. And to be honest, this might be the real one. This might be the one where you're going to start seeing people really be in that state of, can't say too much, but might give you the China feel, might look China. But at the same time, you got to be like, nah, we're not doing that. You got to be on something. I'm going to take my chances. Facts. You got to be on that. Yeah, I'm going to take my chances. And take your chances. Facts. I'll tell you guys this from now. Listen, the silver and gold don't mean nothing. You know what means something? That copper. Because copper, not only having copper in your, having access to copper, copper heals your body. It regulates your blood. People don't know that. This is why they all of a sudden stop making copper. I seen somebody put something at his door, said that I give you $100 for 100 pennies. Facts. Once these pennies is gone, it's gone forever. I got a handful of pennies. I got a house. My mom's got pennies from the top. Because she always told me this penny is worth more than the silver and the dimes and the quarters. They got you brainwashed. They wanted you to get rid of the pennies. It's intentional. Exactly. Exactly. Yo, Joe, I don't know if you following this page, this channel, but I need you to join. See, it's individuals like you that I need. Yeah. I'm spiritually vaccinated. If you want to get this merchandise, click the links in the bio. You know what I'm saying? It's all that for you. You know what I'm saying? You can buy this off TikTok. Facts. I got those. Trust me. I got those. Believe me. Keep them tubs of pennies, people. Not that new one. Remember, they came out with the new one that it looked weird. I forgot. We talking about the old ones. The one that Joe was talking about is the old one. It's not the one that looked like it been pressed on. No, we talking about the one like it was carved. You could see the head coming out of the penny. That one is what you need. I got the silver coins too. The ones with John F. Kennedy on it. I got that too. I got that too. The ones with John F. Kennedy, I got that too. If that's John F. Kennedy, I think that's John F. Kennedy. That is. Like a big coin. Yeah, it is John F. Kennedy. I got those too. Yeah. Them new coppers is trash. All right, guys. 10:30. I love you guys. I've been here for like an hour and change. If you haven't followed, subscribe to the channel, please subscribe. Please join the movement. Please be a part of the awakening. Just come through. The nickels are cool, but the copper, like you said, the old copper, it regulates the body. People that I remember a mechanic, he used to work with my uncle. He used to always have a pocket full of pennies. I used to be like, well, you have that. He was like, it's for your protection for your body. And he used to keep it in his pocket. I don't think he's living now. I think he passed on, but he was mad old. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know. But anyway, it's your brother, man. I love you guys. Stay G'd up. Don't need to roll the weed up because we high off life. Continue following. and just support. We outside. Mahala.